Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we are going to do a beautiful black round sign that is going to have this gorgeous church, old country church stencil on it, and then I'm going to use my palette knife to create some interesting edging. Plus I will probably do some sort of a ribbon at the top, and I'm going to show you some other projects that I have made using this same design. So as you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. Okay, so this is an 18-inch black circle. It's pre-painted. It's from MagnoliaDIY.com. I just got it yesterday. There's absolutely nothing that you need to do to prepare the surface. Yeah, except remove the plastic. And we're going to keep this really simple because sometimes black and white simple is the best, I think. So I've used this stencil maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. It's pretty new. It's gorgeous. I had been asking for an old country church design for what feels like forever. And Magnolia finally came up with something that is just fabulous. So I'm going to fiddle around for a moment to get most of my design on here. And then these stencils, if you're new, well, good morning, Lena. How are you doing? These stencils that I like to use the best are adhesive. They have a little bit of stretch to them. They're super easy to work with. They're reusable many, many, many times. I'm a little frugal, so I'll probably use this thing 20 times more than what you're even supposed to be able to do. But if you clean them quickly, store them back on the little sheets that they come on, somewhere safe and dry that's, you know, regular temperatures, not in a hot attic or a freezing attic or basement, then you'll be able to use this year, next year, and the year after. Anyway, so I've got it on here, and like I said, I'm just going to use some good old white chalk paste, and just open this jar. It's awesome to have a brand new jar of chalk paste, and I'm going to use a squeegee. And my goal here is to get my chalk paste on in as few passes as possible, because when you go over and over and over something, boy, I've got way too much chalk paste. You can have a tendency to accidentally push too much chalk paste through the holes in your design. Wow, I've got way too much here. Or go outside of the boundaries, or, you know, that's when we make mistakes, is when we have too much medium on. Okay, and I did still need a little bit more over here. Okay. I have all of this design here at the bottom, and that I don't have any big globs anywhere. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to put my lid right back on my chalk paste to keep it nice and moist. And let's see how this looks. Oh, it's just beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So I'm going to throw this over here in my tub of water. Just to soak until I can get out to the kitchen to clean it. And look how beautiful that is. Honestly, you don't need to do another thing to it if you don't want to, but I'm going to show you real quick how you can use some of the same chalk paste to create a really fun border. And I'm just going to take a blob, put it on my plate. And then this is a palette knife, which I am crafty, but I am not artistic. In other words, I couldn't draw something, but I could craft it. Anyways, so I know people will do beautiful paintings with this kind of a thing. This is just plastic from Dollar Tree. But so I couldn't do any of that major stuff, but I can do some fun enough stuff with it. Okay, so I just dip to the end, and I'm just going to hold it like this, and I'm just going to run it along the edge. And depending on how much you want to show, you can lay it flatter or keep it more at an angle. I'm doing this pretty heavy. You guys see what I'm talking about? Okay, so stay with me because I have some other projects that I've made that I'm going to show you in just a second. I may come back and run a whole bunch extra down here to kind of fill in this empty space, but I want to wait to let this dry before I go any further with it. So let me just kind of set it right here. And let me show you what I have right behind me. Okay, this was a set I made a few weeks ago. This is a set of stacking trays that you can get from MagnoliaDIY.com. They have little handles that you can put on them. And this is about my third set. You guys, these are really nice, really nice. They have like a chalkboard flat spot, and they're like a distressed white, which goes in my house amazingly well. And these are great trays, but they're also great shelf sitters. So I made this combination. I made it, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I added this John 3:16 stencil that says, "For God so loved" at the top. And then I made this companion piece using my Jeremiah 29 verse 11 stencil that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." And I think these would just be absolutely fabulous together on a shelf or a fireplace mantle or on top of a buffet or anything like that. So that is one thing that I have made. And then this is another thing that I made. This was a I don't know where I got this surface. I don't remember, sorry. But it was this kind of creamy off-white color. I may have purchased this at Goodwill and repainted it. You know, I craft almost every day. And sometimes I can't remember. But anyways, I stenciled it in black chalk paste. And then I glued on a couple of magnets. These are those button magnets that you can get at any craft store. And I made this little wreath to go right here above the window of this church. And I made this little sign that says, "Jesus is my King." And it has a magnet on the back of it too. And the idea for this is that you can swap it out. You can put it for Christmas, for Easter, for summer, for, you know, 4th of July, you could do a little adaptation to your wreath and create a new sign to go in the corner for every season, which I think is kind of fun. And that same day that I showed you that, I also did this one. This one was from Goodwill. It was $4.09, and it probably had some goofy something or other on it. I don't even remember, but I repainted it and I stenciled it in black. Look how beautiful that detail is. And then I made this little sign that says Merry Christmas, which, if I'm being completely honest, I do not love this. So I have not figured out what I want here, but I think it's going to be bigger than this, and it's probably just going to have a Bible verse on it. Oh gosh, and I can still see glue strings. Those things drive me crazy. But I made this one, and it has a magnet on the back of it, and it says Merry Christmas, and then here's another little mini wreath that I have sitting on the front church window. I think the scale's pretty good, you know, but anyways, so this was the second thing that I made with that, or the third thing I made with the stencil. And then this is the fourth. So I have lots more plans for this beautiful design. If this looks like your church, or maybe the church you grew up in, or maybe just a favorite country church that you just love the image, you should definitely think about this stencil, because I have not seen anything like it ever before. It has so much detail, and it's a very big, wonderful size. So anyways, just let me know if you would like to take a peek at that stencil. If you want my complete supply list, I'll be glad to include it, and I'll include it for these other pieces too, so that you know the button magnets and all of that stuff. Anyways, just let me know, and I'll get that to you. Do a this or a this. If you're watching and liking this idea, feel free to sprinkle. Have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again for more crafts here on DIY Dreaming that are always going to be. So sorry, I was getting a call that said spam risk. Anyways, my crafts that I do here are almost always faith, family, or flowers focused. They're quick and easy. They're affordable. They don't take any artistic abilities or real talents that way. Just a little bit of craftiness or a desire to try. And my aim is just to give you lots of ideas of different things that you could do. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will get busy now getting everybody's supply list that wants that. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I will see you guys later.